Hello students, today we are going to see structured query language from database management system. This is one of the most important topic in database management system, and this structured query language is a domain specific language, and this language is used to access data from database. Those who don't have any coding knowledge is okay to use the structured query language, because in this coding is not required. Only query or commands you will give to access the database. And you're going to see the overview of structured query language. Here is the overview. As I said, SQL is domain specific language and you can access data from relational database. SQL is a declarative language. In this declarative language, we can only say know what to do, but we don't know how to do. That is what declarative language is. There is one more language, that is procedural language. In that, you know what to do and how to do procedures. And you will see advantages of SQL. Commands used in SQL, that is DDL, DML, DCL, TCL, DQL commands, and their examples, views in SQL. Let's get started. Now we'll see the advantage of SQL, and here is some advantages. It has high speed, that is efficiency is more. No prior coding knowledge is required in SQL. Portability is good, as you can use this in laptops, computers, your tablets, and your mobile smartphones. You can use it, so that it is known as portability. Interactive language. The language is like English language, simple English language you will use to give data, that is to access data from database. It has a multiple view, that is you will see it in the views of database. Next, you're going to see SQL commands. Why SQL commands is used? So why? Because you want to communicate with data with database. Okay, you want to communicate with database. As we are communicating through a mobile phone to other person, this media is mobile phone. So same way, in order to communicate with database, you will use SQL commands, and it performs some specific function, task, and queries. There are types of SQL commands. There are 5 types of SQL commands. 5 to 6 types of SQL commands are there. So DDL, DML, DCL, that is data definition language, data manipulation language, data control language, transaction control language. This is somewhat additional, but we won't use it. Okay, data query language. Okay, in this video we are going to see all the types of commands. This is the structure of SQL commands. This is the pictorial representation of SQL commands. Just take a look here. You have SQL data here, and the command types will be like DDL, you will give DML, DCL, and TCL. You have DQL, data query language also, that we will see in the later slides. So in this commands, you have to remember one thing, that DDL is like a box. Example, you take a box, in that you're going to add some accessories, it may be any cosmetics, it may be anything. Example, you take it as it, like DDL is like a box. You're going to give the structure, you're going to give the outline. DML is like you're going to add something in that. So in DDL you have create, alter, drop, truncate, and rename. And coming to DML, you have select, update, insert, delete, merge, and lock table. So these merge and lock table will not be used more cases. You will use only select, update, insert, delete. And in coming to DCL, you will use grant and revoke. In transaction control language, you use commit, rollback, save point. So in transaction control language, it is mainly used in the case of transactions, and in IRCTC or any banking website, or you're sending some amount, so that transactions will be controlled by this language. So there are three things here: commit, rollback, and save point. That will be learned in the later slides, later video. Now coming to data definition language. So here it deals with the schema or table for creation. As I said, you will give only the outline in data definition language, and DDL changes the structure of a table. Like you can create a table, you can delete a table, you can alter a table, you can drop a table, and you can rename a table, and you can truncate a table. All the commands of DDL. In this DDL, what will happen is you will save the data permanently in the database. Here you have make a note of it. Here it's auto committed, that means it permanently saves all changes in the database. So here in that you have commands like create, drop, truncate, alter, rename. So first we'll see create. This is the basic thing for creating a table in database. Okay, it is used to create a new table in the database. Syntax is provided here: create table, table name. You will give some table name here, column name, data type. Well, I'll give you with a okay. Well, you take here okay. First you're going to create here, create table name. I'm going to give student, just take student here, and I'm going to give a student name here as S name, space. I'm using varchar because I'm using a variable character as a data type, and the space I've given for the name is 10. Next is number, student's number. I'm going to give it an int. You can give any value. I'm giving only 2 because I'm giving only two numbers here, so I want only 2 blocks. Next I'm going to give address, that will be in the varchar, that will be like I'll take 30 because address will be more, so I'm going to give semicolon. So this is how I'll create the table. So here you can see that I've created a table. Create table, table name. Okay students, you understood this. how I've created the table. Create table, table name. You have to give the table name. Okay, whatever table name you want, you can give it. And the column name will be in that table name what columns you need. Okay, like you take a teacher, teachers records will be there. If you take in the case of office, in that the person will have the ID and person name will be there, person's address, that will be the details of that particular person. Or employee, that is employee table, employee number, employee name. I've taken student here. You can take any table you wish to take. Next is drop. So this is, it is used to delete both structure and record. Remember this structure and record they have mentioned here. That means it will delete entire table, nothing will be there. For example, I'll just write it here. Okay. I want this table, like I want to drop this student table. I'll simply give drop table name is student. Okay. If you give like this, what will happen? It will delete the entire table. Okay. Next we'll go with alter. Alter is useful for altering the table, altering the structures of the database. You're going to alter the structure, that is entire in table. You can add any new column or you can modify the column. For that purpose, if you want to add column, you want to modify the column, you will use this alter table. You can add constraints, you can rename constraints, you can rename column or table, you can modify the data type length. So you can do these types of things in alter. So the syntax of this alter will be to, if you want to add any new column, you will give alter table, table name, add column name, column definition. Okay. So for example, I will just give one command over here. Okay, I'm giving alter table. So I'll give this in the uppercase. We have to give this in the uppercase. Alter table name. Okay, alter table name, I'm giving student here. This you can give in uppercase or lowercase. The student, the name of the table, you can give it in any format, but that should be equal to the table you're creating. You're creating table with student, so that should be same. That student and this student, this and that should be same. So this here student and this table here, it should be the same. Okay. So I'm giving alter table student and I'm going to add something here. I'm going to add some phone number. Let it be phone number. I'm going to add phone number. Okay. Phone number will be in like it will be integer, right? Integer or float, anything. Just take 10 because it will be 10 numbers, right? So if you give like this, then what will happen? The table will be altered. Next, truncate. Here in, you can even modify the table, same with the same method. Next is truncate. coming to truncate, you can delete all the values from the table. So here syntax is truncate table name. Okay, you can, if truncate is given, then what will happen, it will delete entire values in the table. For example, I am giving here truncate table, that is truncate table name you give. Example, I am giving student. Okay, then what happens if I give the truncate truncate student, if I give that table name, sorry, truncate table name, if I give, what will happen, entire values in that table will be deleted. Next we'll go with data manipulation language. Data definition language is useful for the creation of table. Well, data manipulation language is useful for inserting the values and to change the values. This is very important here. Okay, for inserting some values and for changing the values, you will use the data manipulation language, and that will not be permanently stored in database. That is what differences between DDL and DML. DDL, what will happen, it will permanently store the data in database, while in the case of data manipulation language, it will not be permanently stored in the database. Okay, here we have insert. So here what we'll do, we'll insert the query. So we'll insert the values. We have only created the, before in DDL what happens, we'll go to DDL again. In DDL what we have done is, we have just created a table, that's it. In that we have added some 2 to 3 values. We have created the table as student. Okay, we have created as student. Let it keep, I'm writing it shortly, student, and student name I have given, and student number I have given. Okay, and student address have been given. Okay friends, okay students, student address have been given. Okay, so these are the 3 things I have given in the data definition language. Only I have created the outline. I need to create I have to insert the values in that by using data manipulation language. Okay, so in data manipulation language, how do you insert? Just have a look here, I'm doing it. So in DML, I'm going to insert with insert into, what is the table name, I'm taken student values. Okay, this is very important, you have to give into. In that, I'll give it little more bigger so that you can understand. So insert into student values, I'm going to insert some values. So name I've given a student name, right? I've given student name. Okay, so the name I can give any name, like I'm going to give it in a double quotes. I'm giving Teja. Okay, and I'm going to give a number of that particular thing. So I've given 2, so 23, comma, I'm going to give address, so it may be Chennai. So I'm going to close it, semicolon. So this is how you can insert into student values. There is one more thing here, That is, you can insert by using address also, like insert into student values. So I'm giving it ampersand name, s name, okay, comma, give it in double quotes, or don't want double quotes, ampersand s name, ampersand number, s number, right, s number, comma, ampersand address. Okay, so you can write it like this. If you write it like this, it will ask like you can declare your own names n number of times. So that's how you'll do this. Next we will see update and delete. So this command is used to update or modify the value of column in the table. So you can update it using this data manipulation language. Okay, so update table name, set, you're going to set some column name. See here what will happen. If you want to update the table, I want some values to be written. The column name you have to write value 1, where condition, you have to use here where condition. Okay, so delete is used to remove. Okay, if you want to remove one or more rows, remember you have to know the difference between drop, delete, truncate. In delete you can remove one or more rows from a table, like you are deleting from table name where condition. Okay, so delete from, okay, I'm writing it here, delete from table name. What is the table name? Student where s number equal to 23. Okay, so if you give like this, what will happen? It will be deleted. Okay, where condition will be used in the case of delete. Okay, so we will discuss about DCL and TCL commands in next video. Thank you.